I'm a sustainable landscape designer who's finally tackling her own front yard this year, and this is what I'm planning on doing and how much I expect everything to cost. I rented a dumpster, and I did this actually because it saved me some money on the excavation costs. It was $400 for a 14-day rental. I won't actually need it that long though. The excavation work, yeah, that was the highest line item. I paid a cool $2,000 for it, and like I said, I worked out a deal with the excavator because I rented my own dumpster, and also I send this man a lot of business. But after 5 consecutive years of saying I was going to tackle this project, but then never doing it because it was way too much work to do the demo, I finally was like, I should just pay somebody to do the demo. So that's what I did. Now, before you let these numbers scare you away, remember that these landscaping incentives exist and that the state of Utah will pay you $3 a square foot to rip out your grass. I'm ripping out 950 square feet of grass. I get $3,000 for doing that. And that's not all, because I'm switching about 800 square feet of that to drip at $1 per square foot. That's an extra $800. And I'm putting in 5 trees at $50 a tree. So what, bam, almost $4,000. Now, you know a yard farmer project wouldn't be a yard farmer project without a little bit of rainwater harvesting. So I had the excavator dig out some swales that will be filled with native plants, and those swales are going to capture the overflow from my cool rain barrel arch. I will explain more on this later, including a full cost breakdown. Of course, you could do this much more cheaply, but I'm very extra. Did I mention my front yard will feature a tiny dog park? Because I actually live next to a vet's office, and I want those puppies to have a nice little place to sniff. So I'm going to use these no-dig fences from Home Depot. These are about $40 a panel, and I will be not blocking off the whole thing. I don't want it to feel like it's not my yard, but it's going to be cute. The pathways that wind through my yard to give cottagecore realness. But here's the thing. I want the flagstone to be large, like capital L large. I want it to be really wide and open and not feel too chaotic and claustrophobic. So I found some flagstone. It's called Sunset Gold. It is sparkly. It is beautiful. And honestly, the price is pretty good. The select pallets are actually 4-foot pieces of flagstone, and it's $972 for more than enough. I will flank those flagstones with some simple steel landscape edging that will kind of blend into the background. It's only $24 for 8-foot lengths. I need 40 feet, so I'm buying 5 pieces. And of course, the whole yard's getting coated in a nice little layer of compost. This is from Mike at Salt Lake Compost. Mike is a legend, and the compost is utterly fantastic. It almost serves as a mulch. It's not too fine. And Mike sells this compost for $400 a truckload, which I think is a screaming deal. Yes, Daryl, dirt is cool, but what are you planting, you ask? Well, I'm so happy to tell you, I'm planting cottagecore fantasy fairy tale Hansel and Gretel in the woods, minus the cannibalism. And the best part about it is that I'm actually not paying a cent for any plants because I applied for the Utah Pollinator Habitat Program. This is not some fancy influencer thing. Anybody can do this, and I'm getting sent 900 square feet of free plants. Now, if you haven't been counting up the dollar signs with me, excavation and materials have rung up at about $4,000, which is about what I'm getting for the Utah Water Savers rebate. After I hire some help to lay my flagstone and run my drip lines and build my admittedly over-the-top rain barrel system, I estimate I'm going to be $2,000 to $2,500 into this. Follow along to see if I stay on budget.